I'm so mad at you. I mean, really, it's just frustrating at this point.
What I do now?
Lack of follow through on things sometimes is, I'm over it because I'm telling you this right now. Rick would never have had to buy that black tarp if you just poodle sex blanket. I'm telling you, you could make massive ones that could be beautiful.
Poodles piddle blankets.
Poodles piddle blanket. You can goosh all over Poodles piddle blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really should have. Yeah, that's on me. That's on me for not taking that enterprise.
And then when
now everyone else is taking it over. There's a commercial now with a woman literally putting, it's like a big, huge syringe, and she just glops on about like it looks like 8 ounces of goo onto one of these blankets.
Oh,
and I'm like, wow.
Wow, people getting freaky dicky.
That's a lot of fluid.
Yeah,
no, someone else has found it. Yeah.
It's really upsetting.
Yeah.
That. It would have been perfect. You could have gone you could have traveled to I don't know, some far off country and yelled at child workers to go faster.
Tiny hands.
Yeah, you would go go faster.
Pablo, time is money.
Yeah, this could totally have been.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not getting any younger. Faster weaving.
And did you hear how much he paid for that black tarp?
$50.
$50.
I do have to say this. I think I understand a sex blanket is a necessary thing, but I think he was worried about the mattress and having to pay for it.
More than that, yeah.
It wasn't worried. It was. There's something so cheap about it all.
Truly, I'm gonna look. How much are sex blankets?
They're not cheap. You don't buy a sex blanket. You buy an incontinent dog blanket.
No, now they're called sex blankets. They've remarketed it. They just,
I was the forefront of this.
Yeah, it's just
I bought an old dog blanket.
Yeah.
But still, now buy an incontinent dog blanket. You'll be. It's cheaper.
No, they're you can buy $50 ones, but there's some for $25.
They don't work as well. Trust me.
You would know. That's because, you know what? I think we just should do that. Are you gooshing all over your mattress and leaving your springs a little soggy? Well, we've got the product for you. Go ahead.
Are you spouting out of your Fertile Crescent? Like Old Faithful?
We've got the solution for you today. We've got Poodles
Piddle blankets.
Not
for just dogs anymore.
Who are they for, Poodle?
For ladies, gentlemen, hays, gays, and theys, all in between. If you have that pesky goo that happens during sexy time, actually not so pesky, it's kind of hot sometimes, but whatever, any fluids that may happen, Poodle's piddle blanket will be there. And you just throw it in the washer.
It's tried and tested because Poodle has tested his piddle blanket
more times than you can imagine.
3,000 hours, and we're including even I almost made a really bad joke. I can't say it. I gotta say it, but Christina, take it out. Available.
They say they can't breathe, but I don't know.
You don't keep it in. You know what? Available for the low price of
$29.99.
$29.99. Get yours today at poodlespiddle.net.
Yeah, .net for sure. I ruined all that. I think we should start the show.
Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. wishing you.
Shocker.
Fiance.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Fiance.
Marrying someone you've only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality gays.
Let's love.
This is Reality Gays, everyone. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Poodle, and we are two ridiculous, emphasis on the ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than tearing reality television a new one.
Especially our love, 90 Day Fiance. It's that angry yet hot yet broken boyfriend who just keeps giving you good dick.
I was going to say it's that stubborn stain on your Poodle's piddle blanket that doesn't go away.
That too. Y'all, this is B90 Before the 90 Day, episode 6 of season 8. This is our part 2, cabin pressure rising. Rising.
Indeed.
All right. I don't think we have any announcements because it's the new year and we don't have a lot of shit going on. Follow us on YouTube, though. We got 10,000
are covering
YouTube
a new
subs.
show. I think that's about it.
What are we covering, Poodle?
We are covering a show called Suddenly Amish. Suddenly Amish. On TLC. That's going to air on Tuesday nights. About a group of people, I think mostly Americans, who've decided the regular world isn't for them. Why not be Amish?
No. And it will drop on the first episode is going to be out on the main feed, but then it'll go to RG Plus and it'll
go to RG Plus at the $8 level
on Wednesday, unless Christina tells us it has to be another day, and then she'll take this out. But that's when it'll drop. So, and it's watchable on TLC or Discovery Plus. So there you go.
I think it probably is going to be on HBO Max, but not for long.
You never know. Not for long. Yeah, who the fuck knows? So. Anyway.
Just the oligarchs spending money how they want to.
I know. And it's sad where I want Netflix to keep Warner Brothers instead of Paramount getting it. For obvious reasons.
There are a lot of reasons.
A lot of reasons. All right. I just want to say, I meant to say this because I've been getting a lot of messages. Yes. I have watched the first episode of the new season of Drag Race.
I watched it too. I think we're going to talk about it on Gaily Dose this week.
Literally what I was going to talk about it. So, but
what? Not to give anything away. Are you?
I guess we've already talked about it on Gaily Dose.
Yes, we have. We've already talked about it.
We've already talked about it.
So go back to the Gaily Dose episode that was released on Friday because this is Monday. Y'all, I don't care how long I do this. I will never be able to hold when something airs and when I'm recording it in the same headspace. I will never be able to do it.
It's harder for you.
Never in a million years.
It's harder for you, but it does sometimes.
I will never be able to hold that.
So we'll talk about that later. Listen to the Gaily Dose if you want to hear our thoughts on the first episode.
Yeah. I have like 3 queens I'm into. Maybe 4.
Yeah. I mean, the big story is all the Ginger Minge drama that's happening on the sideline.
I can't even get into it. I can't even. It's past.
I know. You won, girl. You won.
I know.
Like,
stop
you got
going
the money.
on shows.
Stop talking. You're really talented too.
Also, the fandom is just really toxic, and it's just like, it's a shame.
It's a shame. Anyway, so listen to the Gaily Dose that aired last Friday.
On Friday, not last Friday. I guess you call it last Friday.
Friday last. We have we're hopefully we can't say yet, but we've hopefully got some exciting things coming to the Gaily Dose this year. So
nice fade booking.
Hey. Do you want me to tell everything before it's even planned out?
No, I don't want you to mention it. I don't want you to mention it.
Well, you just want to tell everything.
I do. That's my nature.
All right.
Let's just jump in.
Jumper.
Emma and Ziad. God, I don't know how much longer I can watch this. It is rough.
They are.
You know what it is?
I mean, he said, I have zero chance of marrying you.
There's just nothing interesting about it. Like, at least you can hate watch Rick and Trisha because he's so awful.
You know what I think makes this a hard watch too? I think we have a little bit of Muslim switcheroo fatigue on 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, agreed.
We've had this storyline a lot, and what's hard to watch about it, we've seen, even with Nicole and clackety clack 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 clack, Miss Mood.
But that was more layered.
It was more
knew
layered
each other before they'd been married.
Still, at the end of that season, though, we got worn out from it because we know there's no changing a man, from the other side of the world who's also a Muslim,
whose disbeliefs.
Yes,
specifically conservative.
And we've had that now 2 or 3 times. So it's just kind of like, I'm just a little bit like, I'd like another storyline.
And she is completely unsympathetic. Like absolutely devoid of any type of, for us to root for her.
Honestly, I think looking at their actions and how they speak to one another, I think he actually loves her more than she does him.
In a weird way, I would agree with you.
The way that she just fucking lied to him last episode, and in this, like you were saying, she sounded like a robot. Mm-hmm. And she was so defensive when he was genuinely asking. Like, it was just,
yeah.
I don't have a lot of sympathy for her. It kind of goes the same. It's not as, I have more for Trisha, but it's kind of the same thing. I'm like, Rick is a piece of shit, honey, but you're also lying out your ass.
How is she really lying that much?
She said this episode, she's like, I need to tell him the whole story, and I haven't.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
So
but I feel like
I
feel like she's omitting things because she's scared of him. I think it's very different. It's scared that he'll leave her.
Scared that he'll leave her. Yeah. Let's clarify that. Where Emma, that is a good point. And you do kind of wonder, like, what do you really want, Emma? Do you want Ziad, or do you want to like repair a broken relationship that you're still not over by conquering this man or getting him to bend to what you want?
It's part of that.
Although he did lie to her. He lied to her a lot.
Some type of kink.
I think it is she's trying to find a reparative boyfriend, which to heal that. Now, he did, as she brings up, y'all, we're meeting, they're going to dinner with his friends.
Yeah. Okay, can I ask a question?
She's got to put bronzer on her tits first.
Does it seem like these friends are a little older than he is?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like, this is like hanging around with your dad's friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like, is it because he has no friends and they had to find 2 much older men? Like, this guy's 27 years old. Mm-hmm. Both these men are older than one of them looks older than 40.
Yeah.
And I just wonder, maybe they're work friends?
It could have been like his dad or something.
Yeah. It just felt like this guy doesn't really have friends, so here's 2 guys I work with.
Yeah.
Down at the gravel factory, with Mr. Slate.
Mr. Slate. I forgot the code. Is it Noame and Anis?
I have Noamane and Anas.
Noamane and Anis. And one is, I think, which one is it? Noame is silent basically the whole time. Noame is silent the whole time until the end. So Anis is doing most of the talking. But so Emma immediately says, like, what did he say about me? And they're like, well, he said he met this beautiful girl from the U.S. And she goes, thanks. And I got to say, if somebody said, what did he say about me? I don't want them to say, oh, he said he met this gorgeous man from LA or whatever.
Well, she's sweet, a vapid idiot.
But that was enough for her.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, I would want them to say, oh, they said that you're really into this, or you're a podcaster and you love making people laugh. And
look, She's barely listening. The only thing she's here
that
to
is
do.
so
the
true.
only thing she is here to do is gain information to figure out how she can manipulate this guy further.
She barely listens to everything.
She also interrupts him consistently when he talks.
Consistently, she does.
Which
is
y'all,
rude
in his
anyway,
culture,
but in his,
he's like, look, she doesn't even let me speak. This is so disrespectful. I thought he was going to go full, like, screaming at her.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
and so she said, well, everything was so sweet, and in like 10 minutes, he was, calling me his wife.
Because they asked him, why did you choose Ziad?
Yeah. Sorry.
We met on the dating app. He was sweet and kind to me, and he texted me every day, called me his wife. So it tells me that for her, all you need is some type of warm body on the other side of the phone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Especially when you're going through a breakup.
Warm body.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder what she was like with the previous Moroccan fiance.
I bet she was really at a loss with him and really confused and didn't know what was going on. And I think she probably was always, quote, investigating and probably wasn't trustworthy to begin with. But I think that relationship really fucked her up. And now Ziad is kind of paying for it.
I think she would get back together with that guy again if he
100%.
asked.
100%.
So
wouldn't be surprised by the tell-all if they're back together, because they ain't going to stay together.
They ask him, did you show her was she wearing those clothes if you're going to Medina? And he's like, that's a good point. He's like, when we go out, can you take some more clothes? Like, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to cover up at all? And she's like, I asked him a million times, when I come, can I wear whatever I want? He said, yeah, it's like Europe. People wear whatever. And he's like, yeah, but in old Medina, it's a little more conservative. I understand why she's freaking out about this, but to me, this isn't a huge ask. Mm-hmm. If you're going to a place that is more conservative, she's like, just for respect his own religion. And she's like, yeah, but you didn't say that. You didn't tell me that. You should have said we were going to go to some of these places. And I don't know. And at one point, he's annoyed. He's like, she's lying about, she's like, that's when she says, you lied to me. So she makes it not. Now, there are certain things he lied to her about. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was one of them.
The Muslim switcheroo.
The Muslim switcheroo.
She called it.
Says. And he basically says, and the friend's like, no, it was a misunderstanding. No, he lied. And he's like, she lied about something too. And the friends go, what? And they're like, we want the tea.
They do. Uh-huh. And so she did. He knows that she lied because we learned last episode, she's a horrible liar, y'all.
I was going through a bad breakup.
Oh, terrible liar.
And so he says, I asked her what she was doing in our time apart, and she said she was breaking up. And she's like, no. I had broken up with him. And she's like, but why were you talking to someone when you were going through a breakup? If we'd already met, how can you be going through a breakup?
That makes no sense.
But she keeps repeating the same thing. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I wasn't in a relationship. And he calls her a liar. And he said, I can't be with someone who's with someone else at the same time. And that's when she says, well, I saw you on dating apps and you were messaging girls and telling them to come to Morocco. And he's like, I was just welcoming them.
That's
a great line.
That's a great line.
I love my country.
I love my country.
I want everyone to come to my country and see me. That's a great line.
I was just
welcoming. I was welcoming them with a blowjob.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nothing says welcome to America like a dick in your mouth.
Yeah. Talk about an Oklahoma hello. That was a musical theater joke for some of you, but anyway.
So yeah, the friends are basically trying to
tell you that I was in college when I was getting my master's for like 2 weeks at OCU that I was cast as Allie Hackham in Oklahoma.
Excuse me? The Persian man?
Technically, I was the understudy because I was new and they had older people playing the role. But it turns out the guy who got it, another white guy, got because I decided I was like, I'm quitting. I don't want to go to school here. Like, I don't want to. It's great school. OCU is a great school, but I just didn't want to get my master's and pay for that. In that. And so they said, I saw somebody like later, like apparently he like was sick the entire production and they didn't have an understudy. So I would have gone on. And I'm really glad there's not a video of me out there.
You as Allie Hackham in a Persian accent?
Yeah.
My friend.
That's what I would be doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure that would resurface.
I'd really resurrect the history of Eddie Albert in that role.
Yeah. Usually that's cast more culturally specific now.
Yeah, I'm glad for that.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I just realized I didn't think
Wow. So the friends are like, so what can you see yourself staying with him? And she's like, see, they're on my side. They're freaked out. And I'm like, why are you such a brat? And then she's like, and they're like, what do you want? She's like, well, I want to overcome our problems, move forward, and get married. And I went, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is happening in your brain? Something is not wired all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think you need to get married right now to this man? Something is wrong.
Yeah. Because it really goes back to, I think that she has not dealt, remember all the shit her sister said about her.
Yeah.
And that jumping into things she has not even thought about or tried. She listened to one sad song like 4 times in a row on one day, and that's all she did to heal from a breakup.
I was going through a bad breakup.
I'm going to say this now. I think that maybe it's that wig. It's just tampering all of her emotions.
It's messing with her brain.
Because as you said on the show, wigs are always a metaphor.
Yeah, they are.
She got rid of that wig and just free up her life. Same for Lisa. Well, no.
No, there's a lot to unpack there.
She's got more than a wig.
That's going to take more than the wig.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But she basically says, where he says, you know what? He says to the friends, you think, I don't want to get married to her. She's not a fit for a wife. I can't have kids with her. And the friend translates it. And she's like, what? He's like, I meant at the moment. I meant later down the road. It's going to be fine.
I mean, he did say 0%. I don't know if you really ever say that.
But he does say, I need more time to get to know you. You're so different. She's like, okay. I just wonder, is this some type of psychosis she's in? Like, because when you're in a different country and like, you don't realize you're going to marry someone who you've been talking to, but is basically a stranger.
I don't think it's psychosis. I think it's more, you've brought up a lot. I think it's more magical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more that. She's not awakened in life. She doesn't go through life. She's just, everything's tampered down. She sees what she wants to see through a very narrow view, and which is sad because she lives in Los Angeles. And that's the thing I love about living in LA is that this city always opens me up to different cultures and experiences.
I agree.
Things.
But you can curate your experience here. You can curate a very narrow existence here.
I just wrote a post talking about the year anniversary of the fires. And in it I said, because I think it's very true, is Los Angeles, this metaphor of Hollywood that you can have a dream and make believe and make it happen. That is, like you just said, it can be on both sides of the sword. That's what your life in LA is. It's not all these shallow actor people. It's what you make it. Yeah. And I think what you just said so well is that it's so narrow for her. She's only looking at like the narrow parts of LA.
Yeah.
Like
she's seeing the part of West Hollywood that connects with Beverly Hills.
And
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's a very like
Maybe living in
way
Santa Monica.
of looking at Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Maybe Santa Monica, but yeah.
She's never been east of Western.
She would never live where we live.
No, it's too
never
far
been
east.
east of Western. Yeah, it's too far
Too far east. Doesn't go east to La Brea.
No, never.
Not to say Western.
No, she's not going to that Orange Theory. It's too far.
Let's move on to Rick and Trisha. Do we have to?
Have to. Now, the rumor is, I saw online that I guess she's not following him anymore.
Good.
On socials. Yeah,
Good.
so good.
I hope we don't give this guy, I don't think he's likable enough, and I don't think he's pitiable enough like Big Ed. I'm hoping we don't give this guy any type of single life. We don't need to give this guy any platform to be worse to women.
We had a sissy who got really angry and left a comment like going, or maybe they sent an email and they're like, you guys, you sound so stupid. The single life has not been on in a year and a half. It's canceled. And I appreciate the note, but if you're that upset about that, go take a walk, girl. I'm glad that's your life.
That was on our Patreon, but yeah,
still,
it did feel very angry.
I was like, calm down. But that said, I don't like the tone. I don't appreciate the tone, but the message. And I thought, oh shit, we both have never really thought about single life might be done now because of Last Resort or Hunt for Love.
I think Hunt for Love is a better option for them. It's much more
fun. It's much more fun. Then you can put Natalie on it.
Then you can put Natalie on it.
Y'all, the AI of Natalie right now is incredible. I mean, she already looks different because she got her nose done. And I think she got a neck lift, or I saw she was getting a neck lift.
Yeah. So
she is, give it 5 years and Darcy won't know what hit her.
Give me more Natalie. It's never enough. Always. It's never enough.
I still said before, if Single Life continued on season 20 of The Single Life, she would still be there at 68 years old going, I want husband and child.
And her mother would be a skeleton at that point and just be in a chair like, what's his name from Psycho? Norman Bates' mother.
Oh, I was going to say her like that pirate from Goonies, just sitting there in that chair.
One-Eye Willie.
But with those big sunglasses and the hair is still there.
That's what I felt like that cave was that I did. I felt like that was the cave in Goonies.
Okay, well that kind of makes
treasure and just more skulls. And more human sacrifice.
I actually would think that would sound exhausting, but I actually would like that. I'm not swimming with sharks, though.
Would you? It was really cool. I think. Are you okay Are you okay with closed in spaces?
I'm kind of like you. Whereas my dad was, he would never really horrible.
I think you
could
do it. Would you be freaked out by the skulls and the?
No, not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
You could do it. It is.
I would have to tell myself in some places like, breathe, take deep breath. You're fine. It's a little tight, but you're fine.
You would have to swim through parts though, and the water was very cold.
And that part, I don't mind swimming through the parts. Also, it would be comforting to know that, like, if something happened, like those boys in a cave that happened, remember that?
Yeah.
Those kids that were saved, they make me feel good that, like, I know something happened to me. You would come save me.
Sure. Maybe call Christina first.
She won't get in that water.
He says, well, we cleared the air about her ghosting me for 5 days, but I'm not ready to tell her about Columbia yet. And then he says this, I'm starting to feel close to her and I don't want to lose that feeling. So I wrote, so you're going to continue to deceive her?
Continue.
Fuck her feelings. Fuck her feelings. That's
really,
what you're saying. Fuck her goddamn feelings. I don't care about anybody but myself. What a piece of shit.
The fact how he keeps asking and just hounding her. when he's
That makes
already
me murderous.
I like the producer later on called it out and said, "Are you like projecting a little bit?" And he's
What
like,
do you
well,
mean projecting?
Will you feel better? And then, well, maybe I won't feel as guilty, you know, that I flew all the way to Colombia to fuck my ex-girlfriend for 4
What
days.
a monster.
Truly what an egomaniac.
Right. So he's like, she kicks something. He's like, well, he's always kind of half smiling and going like, you know what I mean? Rick has a consistent, you know what I mean face.
Yeah.
You know, like a wink, you know what I mean? She's sexually reminded. She let me know she's a beep squirter. And he had to say, and for those who don't know, that's female ejaculation. I can't wait to see that clip on the tell-all with Sean Robinson.
Yeah. You know, oh boy, she's going to have to call
Pastor Rick.
Pastor Rick.
No, Pastor Tim.
Pastor Tim. Maybe it is still the Learning Channel because, you know, a lot of people don't know about female ejaculation.
We've talked
learned
about
this
it before. The fluid is not seminal fluid. It's like in the middle of like a very thin fluid.
No, yeah. We talked about it in my human sexuality class when I was getting my master's. We saw a video.
Yeah. And what'd you do when you saw it? You went, oh, how's the Betsy?
No, because I was in a class with a lot of lesbians and I knew better. I knew they would fucking come for me. But on the
you were
inside,
really trying to keep it cool.
But I will say, I was shocked in the video. It was some women do like squirt like a sprinkler.
Mm-hmm.
Women are so much better than men. They can do so much more just amazing shit with their bodies than we can.
True. I just don't want to fuck them.
Oh, no, I don't want to fuck them, but they're way better.
They're amazing. Yeah.
They're amazing.
Unfortunately, men have to be around for me to fuck.
Yeah.
So he got his splash pad. He's like, I got to get protection for the mattress so we don't get charged for the sheets. Well, that's really living out loud, Rick.
Yeah.
So
wow.
He's like, this was supposed to be a surprise. A dog blanket is not a surprise.
No.
A dog blanket is something when... Here's the thing. I understand it's not sexy to put something on your bed, but when when it's your house, it's different. If you're going to a hotel, that hotel is used to people doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Take it on authority from Poodle.
On authority. Hotels have seen some shit. Literally.
Well, yeah, in our line of work.
So, yeah, I just think this was a lot. But later on, mid-fight, they caught them, and he's shaming her. He's going, you only have yourself to blame because you lied to me. And he's like, no, I didn't. He's like, well, you did keep something from me. And it turns out, it says, when cameras were down, her repaired bike was dropped off at the hotel, and he got very upset because it was dropped off by her ex's friend. And he's like, they're talking in Malagasy, and I asked if they were still in contact, and he said, yeah, they saw each other 4 months ago when we were supposed to be exclusive. And I went, you fucking hypocrite. You just spent 5 bang days with your ex.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty.
The audacity.
It's pretty unbelievable that he can rationalize this out.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I wanted to jump through the screen and choke him at this point.
This is why he can't find a woman in America, because as we've learned, people that say that, it's because American women see through his bullshit so quickly. Well,
also, but she's thinking of she doesn't have financial independence. Mm-hmm. He found someone who was already dependent on her ex for money.
But like you said, he's not broke, but I don't think he's got much sugar.
But more than her.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the problem. Economic inequality. That's why they go overseas. This isn't rocket science. You find someone who's economically disadvantaged and needs you. These fucking passport bros. Mm-hmm. And that's why they're all like foreign women. You like women who who are disadvantaged economically to you.
Well, you have
that
to
way
have
you have more power.
Because again, nobody in LA is going to date a tap dancing chauvinist. They're not.
True.
I'd said it before.
Or they figure it out quickly.
Yes, especially like I've said before, it's especially, I don't know his type, but if he's dating primarily black women, my friends in LA would see through his shit
They'll clock
in
that.
5 fucking seconds.
So she does say he's going to be really mad when I tell him the whole story. I don't think he has a leg to stand on with this Columbia shit. So
no.
And so later on, he's getting dinner.
I think once she finds that out, she'll be done.
I agree. He's like, I'm just confused and I'm irritated because I've been insecure about her ex because I know he has a little money. This is when I'm like, who are you trying to get us on your side and explain why you're still so hypocritical? Mm-hmm. And he went, now I'm second guessing the ghosting. So now, y'all, you are constantly going to have to prove to Rick that you are not cheating for the rest of this relationship. Mm-hmm. And then he will decide he stops believing you after one time. He's like, yeah, I don't know. So there's no winning. There's no trusting ever. Mm-hmm. What a nightmare. And she's like, look, I ran into him in a restaurant. I called him over because he was with his family and I have good relationships with them. And we talked a little and I went home and he's like, well, that sounds sketchy to me. It seems like you would have told me that. Well, here's why she didn't, because you're always going to react this way.
And she's like, that's why I didn't talk to you about this. And she's like, she did say, well, he's trying to get me back. And I said, no. But I didn't say anything because I was scared. She
has to show him the texts and the way she ignored them. Mm-hmm. And only then he's like, would you be willing to show it to me? And he's like, see, I didn't respond. He's like, well, I see the date, which makes me think you're not talking to him. And it makes your story a lot more credible. Even then, he doesn't say, I'm sorry. He doesn't say, I'm sorry for misjudging you because he thinks this foreign woman is trying to get my money, which I really don't have a lot of.
Yep.
She just wants to be American. So that's my trump card and I have that and I'm going to hold it over her head and I'm going to make her work for it. It's disgusting. This guy, I got to say, that's why he's Brian level to me. He's getting up there to the top tier of worst guys.
No, if it was Brian, he's not Ed.
But that's a different level entirely.
Ed, I worry about like women's safety with him.
Yeah,
like
but that's a different level.
Yeah, but
entirely.
This is so Brian.
Yeah, totally. Just give him a wheelchair. That's what made Brian actually less threatening, though. That was what was so just insidious about it.
Well, yeah, because it's so he plays on the vulnerability.
Yeah. Boy, if anything, y'all, watching a show like this will tell you what not to date. You should hopefully you can spot them better.
It's true.
And so he's like, she said, that's when the producer, you already brought up, the producer's like, do you think you're projecting about this cheating? And he's like, well, I did feel like I would feel. Sorry, cheating.
Okay, thank you.
I'm so glad I got to use the Lacey voices back for Lalu.
Yes.
The chain, John, and I don't know what's in your head with the chain. John is ringing. And, but she's like, my ex was jealous and suspicious, but he was the one cheating the whole time. What if it's the same with Rick? Oh, the ironing, the dramatic ironing. It's like Greek tragedy.
It is.
Speaking of Greek tragedy, not really, but Aviva and Stig.
They still have. I'm on the fence if they're DOA or not. I don't think they are yet.
Who?
Aviva and Stig.
Oh, okay.
I think they still potentially have a shot.
I just don't think this is. I think this guy's all talk. I don't believe when he says, I'm always looking to start a family when I'm dating.
I could see that a little, but he said at the beginning, going off of what he said at the beginning, he is looking for love. He's 30. He's ready to start. I agree with you there. Sometimes like you're always looking for a family. You're a pop star, but at the same time, I think it's odd that Aviva is freaked out by, well, you know what? I'm getting my head of myself. Let's talk about what happened first before that, and then I'm going to say it. So they're in bed, and they had a long night, but they made him closer.
You want me to breed you?
Which
the sex is good and the vibe is good, and you love me as you should. Would I marry you? Yes, I would. Would I breed you? Yes, I would.
Now, Aviva says, no one actually says, I want to breed you in America.
Poodle, I would have a bone to pick with you
Poodle,
there.
Take the mic. Take the mic, Poots.
When a man loves another man very much.
I'm already having Caitlin making a meme of this. Boy.
He sometimes tries to get that other man pregnant, even though it's physically not possible. But he just loves him that much.
Just a question. Has anyone ever that's on this podcast right now, raise your hand if a man said to you while they were banging you, I want to breed you with my babies? We're both raising our hands, y'all. It happens.
It's strange that kind of heteronormative talk is kind of crosses the boundary, but it does.
I don't give it.
No, I don't either.
I've never said breed me. Well, I've said other things, but I've never said breed me because it makes me feel like an animal.
It does.
Or something.
Yeah, I agree.
I've said other things that have alluded to the same thing. I'm not gonna.
Oh, yeah, me too. Oh my God, the filthy things I have said. Yes. You're gonna find that out on my sexts.
Like I just see the word, even if it's written in a sentence, I just see the word load, and I get a little bit of a chubby.
Of course.
But usually it's
who doesn't.
Breeding is a word said to me.
Yeah. So the thing about here is this does for her. I feel like she's in just this kind of haze. And because she says, he didn't want to use protection and he knows I'm not on birth control, but I know it seems soon, but I'd like to have some little Stigs running around. And remember, y'all, they only got serious 6 months ago.
I know.
What's wrong here?
I mean, it's...
Also, he has said repeatedly to his friends, I'm not stopping my partying life.
No, and he's told her and again, he's 30 years old and a rap pop star. Like, if he wants to have that career, he shouldn't. That is part of that life.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
I'm already going to tell you right now, she cannot hang with this.
If she
was already pissed off on the ferry.
Well, because when they're doing the recording and he's in there, he's singing the song while she's talking to the manager. I didn't get his name. Richie. Boy, are all managers named Richie?
Yes.
But Richie is telling her, or he says in the moment, he's like, he was with this girl before and he was so depressed. He's thinking of money. Its tale is old. It's like how many movies have we seen of pop stars that get with someone and the manager hates them?
Here's the problem. The manager is also trying to neutralize this because he smells a Yoko. And it makes perfect sense why the manager is doing this, because it happened last time that Stig was upset and could not record. So we have to kind of ruin whatever happens, because what Richie is thinking, he's just helping. He's just kind of like pushing the body down the stairs because it's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. I think this is different than dating someone in America, but because what Stig does is travel around a lot, and the when you're playing these things, you are flirting with the women. He's that kind of pop star. The whole pose is him singing to women and being suggestive with women.
It would be like somebody saying married to Britney Spears and said, when she was performing, saying, "I wish you weren't. So
I wish you wouldn't
flirty," and
dance.
saying, that's what's her sexuality was built upon. That was her career.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that was by choice. And she, people told, but still, it was. So, yeah, it's
this
very
is
similar.
even different. This is even worse than that because he's in clubs and he's talking to girls after. I guarantee you, and that's all part of it. She has no fucking clue of what his life is actually like.
And Richie is talking to her, and she's like, "Yeah, I know about her," but then Richie tells her,
the Texas ex.
The Texas ex, and
ex from Texas, Texas ex.
All my exes. And he said, he was really depressed because he wanted to start a family with her. And Aviva's like, what? And that's where I agree with you. I don't think she's going to hang because maybe
not.
I'm out of I don't think it's a bad thing. Like when Stig says, there's nothing wrong with that. If he dated a woman on and off for a year and a half and loved her, to me, I would want my ex-boyfriend to say, yeah, I really wanted to have a family with them because that shows like they do want to have something.
You're thinking realistically. She's thinking, I'm the first girl he's ever done this for. It's all about her.
Yes, and like
That's
he's never
the
loved
problem.
anybody as much as me.
I was the one who made him want to settle down. If now maybe I'm not so special. It's all about how she feels, not them being in a relationship together, which is why it's not going to work. I don't see a lot of these relationships working. I think almost all of them are DOA. I just can't see
Also,
any
she
of them
wanted
working.
to move to Belize.
Maybe. He's not coming to the U.S. He won't be able to. His career. He would need to work a little bit longer in Belize. Yeah, I don't think he could do it. So anyway, after Richie talks to him or talks to her, they get on the ferry, and she is, y'all. There is nothing worse than giving someone the silent treatment, especially on television, because you look like an absolute twat when you do it.
You do. You do.
You're on camera. You're camera time and you're acting. You're pouting like a child.
If you're giving the silent treatment to people, because I know some of you do, you're part of the problem. I'm just
totally
gonna say
agree.
You're not helping anything, and I know it's hard. Poodle and I, we both. I don't think you were ever a silent treatment type. I don't think that's in you.
It's not really in me.
But actually, that wasn't me either. It's just not healthy.
Yeah,
and it's.
She said, "I don't want to ruin the mood," and I'm like, "The silent treatment will always ruin the mood." And. She's like, well, Richie told me you were thinking about a family with your ex and you said the same thing to me. Is that what you say to all the girls? And he's like, well, I can't deny that when I date, that's why I date. So of course I wanted a marriage and a child. And then she kind of quizzes him about Texas and she's like, you didn't invite me out. And he's like, I was there for like a Belize event and I didn't even see my relatives. And
he said he was there 2 days.
Yeah. And so, but she says...
And that's where she brings up, and she brought up the baby thing, and he was like, yeah. And as he said, I don't love it because he says it's not a big deal, but then he says, and you make it a big deal. That's not going to help. That's going to make them feel like they're stupid. Is she completely, I think, off base a little bit? Sure. But maybe there's other things that we don't know about.
Yeah. This guy is, I guarantee you, he's like, I'm going to be honest with you. This is my life. Like it or lump it. And that's the thing. If you want to date someone like this, their life is at going to clubs, drinking, talking to girls, dancing with girls.
It's hard. You and I both have talked about this. I don't think you mind me saying this. If not, Christina can take it out. But we have both said, talking before, like when we get in a relationship with someone again, we both need to be with someone who has a foot in something creative or artistic, because it's really hard to understand that. Yeah. If you aren't that person, you don't get the life that we are trying to cultivate.
I'm in the wind, baby. I'm in the wind.
Yeah, there's probably more things I need to understand for you than for me, probably. All right.
Forrest and Sheena.
Peter Griffin and Sheena.
Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin.
Peter.
We got to get your mother and your father's blessing.
Peter.
That's it.
It really is.
That's it. You're going to do Sheena as Lois Griffin.
Morris. Peter.
You want to bring my, what did he call them? Banana hammock. Banana hammock.
Peter.
So, y'all don't pull over. That's me. That's a loud one. So Molly says she's really upset, and she's like, because they're going to go see the parents. I will say, when we found out later that they're coming just in one day later, I was like, that's not that much.
It's not a big deal.
Molly acts like they're going for a week with her parents. But Molly's also a bit dramatic.
Yeah. I've kind of hit my wall with her. I'm just like, it's also when we found out it's Sheena's money. After he hasn't been working for 5 or 6 years, he's on disability because he says I can't find a job.
But Forrest and Sheena agreed on that she was saving money.
I totally agree. I think it's just worse that it's all her money. And it's gross that Molly's even involved then.
It's gross that Molly's involved, but even Molly has said, I just need to know it's the lie. She's like, if you need to support she did say that. If you need to support your family, let us know.
Well, here's the thing. I think these things are very culturally layered. And I think Sheena doesn't have the best relationship with her family, and she feels guilty about kind of even they make her feel terrible, and it's not a great relationship. So I think she's embarrassed about a lot of it.
I think
it's not an excuse, but I think they're not even trying to see it from Sheena's perspective at all. And I don't think Sheena is lying. I just think Sheena's extremely. She's an extremely open person, and she's just so afraid of losing Forrest, who is no prize. He's just Peter Griffin. Wow, he really is.
Shayna. So no, I think that's all very true. And we also haven't talked about she's an unmarried woman.
Yeah,
who's 40 years old.
Yeah.
So it's.
But she even says, I know you can find a job. That's the only way. And he's like, I'm going to work hard for you, Sheen. And I'm going to tell your parents that. Here's the thing. What I know with autism, it can be difficult to find a job, especially where he is, maybe. But I'm wondering if there's a reason why he can't work remotely in something. If he's worried about being around people.
I don't know.
I'm the last person to say, well, if they wanted to work, they could work. But I think I would, I feel like he's only, I feel like I think of his mother's hand in hand with it. He's like, well, Forrest, you can't work because people are going to think you're strange. And I think she's one of the main reasons why his self-esteem is so low.
I do think that. Like, she's so scared of him getting hurt out there. It's that thing that then you think it's a big deal because it's that thing with children. It's different, but it's also kind of not. It's the reason why, like, my brother and I are both terrified of snakes. And that's because my mother was terrified of snakes. So we learned that's something to be fearful of. And so that is very similar, that this mother's almost, I think this is a great point you make, that she's conditioned him.
Yep. No, this is all the mother's fault. This is all the mother's fault. I'd say this is all the mother's fault about even the shit he's put online. That's taught.
Yeah. That's taught. Yeah.
And so it's just another toxic, shitty American vein to open, you know?
There you go. Well,
and that's the way we're ending the show.
That's the way. I do want to say, I did enjoy when Sheena said, when they take their trip to get to they have to take a bus. Our parents, and she said, don't worry, Molly and...
We're sending a car for Deb and Molly, because they'll never be able to do this.
They'll never be able to do it.
They would not be able to.
All right, everybody. That is the show.
They'd have on their little hats like Kung Fu Panda.
Mm-hmm. They would. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the show.
We'll get to meet the parents next week, so we will see.
They don't look like monsters.
They don't, but they could be like Get Out. They look nice.
That's true.
And proper, and then
it's kind of like how we never met Dave's sister from that Love Is Blind, and I wanted her to be an absolute giantess who had like blood in her mouth. I'm like, we never met this horrific Gorgon that was Dave's sister.
Oh, God. I wonder if we'll be getting Love Is Blind next month. They do drop it around Valentine's Day.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right, everybody. That is the show. You can go to realitygays.com. You can subscribe to RG Plus, as you know, on Patreon, on Supercast, or on Apple subscriptions. It's just one little button, and you can get all of our shows there. And again, hello to our, as you said, our new members. But the gift of gay lasts all year, y'all. So you got a birthday, a divorce, whatever. Your kids,
a quinceañera.
Your girlfriend's kids finally go to college and she's got an empty nest and is tired of listening to her husband. Give her the gift of gay you could even do it for a year. Give them a Patreon or a Supercast or Apple.
Imagine listening to a husband. I think that's the worst thing. So like after your marriage, you have to listen to them.
What was there one thing that your ex talked about that you hated listening to? But
there was so many things. It was so many things. Actually, it was cute. He had some interests, and I thought a lot of them were cute. The more he talked about them, they got to bother me.
It always starts.
He was
that
obsessed
way.
with aviation, and he would tell you like the stats of the plane. And
no,
yeah. No, but I like when people are excited about things.
No,
but
I like when people are excited about things too.
Yeah, he had a lot more good qualities than bad, and I was interested in because I would rather someone be interested in something than people to be interested in nothing. You know,
dated a good guy. That's the show. That's the show, everybody. We'll see you next week. Until then,
the less said, the better.
The less said, the better. We call these people lonely. Even my dad just went off on my Alexa. I just think I heard him go,
join right in.
Y'all, we call these people lonely hearts because we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yeah, and if your fiance or your boyfriend says, I'm going to breed you in a song, not a bad thing. I'm kind of into it.
Tell him to call us.
I know. Tell him.